Oh, you tried to fear me, bro? Give me your last potions. Oh, you think you can just grab me like that? Pfft, I have barriers up at all times, my guy. Man, what a loser.
This was recorded in front of a live studio audience at twitch.tv/abbyhour.
This is for the new Frost build that I've been running, level 82. Well, level 80 plus. The two uniques that we're running on this build are Raiment of the Infinite to give us that suck when we do the teleport. And then I've got Temerity on for the healing and the basically on-demand barrier. Whenever you pop a potion, I don't think it works in town, but whenever you pop a potion, if it goes over your max health, you'll get a barrier. So that's really nice because we do a lot of damage with our barrier up. For our aspects, we've got Flame Shield, lets us go through all the enemies and immobilizes them, which we also do more damage to immobilize, stunned, or frozen. Then we've got on our arms, dealing more damage while we have a barrier active. I think this one we could probably swap out with Aspect of Control or try some other options and see if anything else is more damage. So that's kind of up in the air. On boots, we've got Becoming Injured grants you Unstoppable. You could also change this out for the unique boots for movement speed, depending on what you want. However, you can get Teleport and Frost Nova points on your boots, which I think is hugely important for the cooldown. On our wand, we have deal more damage to immobilize, stun, and frozen. On our focus, we have distant enemies have a chance to be stunned. You deal increased damage to stunned, which is the more important part because we are stunning with our chest piece. I like a wand of focus just because of the cooldown reduction that we get from it, the crit strike chance that we get from it. You cannot get crit strike chance on your weapon. You want crit damage on your weapon. You want all stats intelligence whenever you can get it. And then on our jewelry, we've got Ice Shards Pierce, and then we've got Avalanche Key passive now applies 1 additional cast. This allows us to keep our mana regen up because it's going to give us a free cast of Ice Shards a lot more often. We also have really high lucky hit, and Avalanche passive is a lucky hit, so you want to make sure you have high lucky hit chance as well. And then on our other ring, we've got you deal increased damage to vulnerable while you have a barrier. So those are all our aspects and our uniques that we're running. We're sitting around 9,300 attack power, 5,000 armor, and 7,000 life. This is at level 82. If I put on a two-hander, I will get over 10k attack power, but I found that I do pretty much the same damage. I'm still melting through the enemies pretty similarly. Our Paragon board is pretty similar to the Ice Shards Paragon board on max roll. So we're going up and through here. We have critical strike damage with core skills. So this is allowing us to get crit strike damage. If we go back to our character here, you can see we have 32% chance and 130% damage, and then we get an extra 30 plus damage with our core skills. So we're sitting around at around 160 crit strike damage. I'd like a little bit more for that. And then you can see kind of all our other boosts. I'd like a little bit more vulnerable damage would be nice on our weapon. And then if you go all the way down to our lucky hit bonus, you want to max this out as much as possible. We have 46%. So a lot of our lucky hit stuff is proccing a lot. And then let's go back to the Paragon. So yeah, it's a pretty basic Paragon tree. We've got critical strike damage with core skills. We've got Imbiber, which is damage while healthy. We've got Exploit, which is dealing damage to vulnerable damage. We've got where is it? Damage to close enemies. This is the one I'm working on. I haven't got the full thing right now, but we're working on this tree. And then our boards are what is it? Elemental Summoner, Burning Instinct, and then Frigid Fate is our third board. That's our Paragon tree. And then for our skill tree, we've got 2 points in here just to get down to the next one. Ice Shards, we've got 9 out of 5. You want to stack up as many points on your gear for that. We've got Devastation with Elemental Dominance. We've got every single every single defensive ability. So we have 2 barriers, teleport and Frost Nova. You want to jack up your Frost Nova as much as possible to get the cooldown. Ours is down to 11 seconds. We've got 7 out of 3 with Glass Cannon. Our unique chest piece adds 1, and then you can get the other 3 on your amulet. Down here, we've got all the passives for lucky hit chance, for damage reduction, and then getting a barrier after we pop a cooldown. Down here, we've got Devouring Blaze because we are using Ice Shards and Firebolt Enchantment. Firebolt Enchantment makes everything burn. And so that burning damage, we're doing more critical strike damage against burning enemies. Everything's burning. And it says also if they're immobilized, this bonuses increase, which we immobilize with our flame shield. So it's nice to get that immobilization. You can also pop the flame shield and then pop teleport. You'll immobilize everything you teleport through, and they all group up on you. And then we've got Inferno because this is another suck group up. We've got every single passive for Frost. I just put 1 point into Fiery Surge, but honestly, you could probably put it wherever. It's just another mana regen. And then I've got Avalanche here for the lucky hit for your Frost skills to give you a free one. And that's it. All of this info for my final Ice Shards level 80 plus Sorcerer build is going to be over on our brand new website. That's right, dpscheck.gg. So go over there, bookmark it. There's going to be a post linked down in the description below if you want to have a written guide for this build that you can have up while you're playing and farming for gear, etc. There's going to be guides and other builds over on that channel. I'm going to be partnering with some other people who play other classes, since you guys know, as of right now anyways, I only play Sorc. Hopefully Necro gets some much needed buffs to minions so that we can start working on our level 60 that we already have. But as far as Ice Shards, I believe I have taken it as far as I can take it. Obviously, you want to optimize your roles and your attributes and your aspects, have max aspects, and just max out everything. But in terms of the skill tree, the aspects I'm using, the build, the play style, all of that, I feel like it's in a really good place right now. And so I'm putting this out as my kind of final Ice Shards build, using the unique chest piece to pull everything in and then, blowing everything up. I think that this play style, this build, I've come to kind of an end with it. And that was around level 85. Now you could definitely push it even further, but I have heard all the complaints about Sorcerer not really being able to push past a certain level. Usually people say around 90 or so. I'm not there yet. I'm level 88. However, I have been dabbling into a new build. So if you haven't been to my stream over at twitch.tv/abbyhour, you don't know this, but I have been running another build. I'm going to share that with you guys soon. However, I think it's going to be a lot more tanky, a lot more AoE, a lot more able to push higher Nightmare dungeons. So if you want to check that out, come on over to stream, or you can wait for when the video comes out. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and make sure you head over to dpscheck.gg, link down in the description below for the full written build guide. And I will talk to you guys later. Bye.